Hey, it's Mike. And so yesterday was a really ugly day in the market, but there was a big bright spot after the market closed because Pinterest just recorded incredible blowout earnings. Is up over 30% after hours. So if you saw my video for three stocks to pick for November, the three stocks I had picked, one was Pinterest, the other was Shopify, and the other was Alibaba. And I released that video right before market opened. And of course, Pinterest, Shopify, and Baba were all down because the market was all the way down. But Pinterest popped. Now, I did not expect this with earnings. I did expect Pinterest to perform really well in November, along with Alibaba and Shopify, just because of fourth quarter shopping and the power of e-commerce. And one of the arguments with the whole election fallout, I think a lot of people are going to want to get on a social media platform that's not going to have all this election craziness. And Pinterest is this one place where it's all about aesthetics, and the audience for Pinterest are more women, upscale. They're into shopping, they're into decor and all that. And so I do think Pinterest is going to perform really well in November. I totally did not expect this blowout earnings. I knew they would do well, but I didn't expect this sort of reaction. So um, when you have a bit like it probably will not maintain this 31% gain in today's market, even though I do anticipate today's market to be positive. They'll probably, this may settle at a 20% gain, but I do think moving forward for the rest of the month, Pinterest will maintain at least a 20% gain and maybe go a little higher. So that's a good sign. So if you did not check out my three stocks for November, go ahead and check that out because I think it'll help you out if you're in this more uncertain market than usual. It might be a little harder to think about where to put your money, but I do think Pinterest, along with Shopify and Alibaba, are going to be the three places that will win, especially as sort of, I do think the election will sort its way out a couple days after election day itself, and things will settle down by the middle of November. We'll be focused on the Santa Claus rally more than second wave shutdowns, the election, and all that stuff. And when that happens, the stocks that you would expect to perform will perform well. So Pinterest is a great stock. It's a great company. Its market cap is only 30 billion. I think by the end of this decade, it'll probably be closer to 300 billion. I think this is definitely, and like for the next decade, want to be one of the big performers. I do think company like the big social medias like Facebook, I think they're probably going to underperform just because they've gotten so big. And I think Facebook has become, I just think Facebook has become one of those places that people feel more obligated to be on that platform than they want to be on that platform. And I do think social media platforms are just going to become more niche. Things like Pinterest, I predict in the future too, we'll probably have social media platforms that'll be niche to the point of like, social media it's just for investors or social media just for specific types of hobbies. I think the days of you open a Facebook page, I mean, there's still some use for there, but I do think those days might be over by the end of the decade. Like Facebook will be seen as sort of an old form of social media, and I do think something like Pinterest is definitely the next wave. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to put a like on it and go ahead and subscribe and turn on notifications. I do multiple updates each day on stocks and the stock market and options. Thanks. Bye.